Kia ora koutou, welcome back to Cooking with Kath. Today takes a little bit of preparation and there's a bit of a shopping list. We're going to be making butter chicken from scratch. Now I do this on special occasions. We've got a lovely relative coming for dinner he's here from Australia, so I always like to do something nice when we've got a guest. So also for my son Jeremy and Rosa, as they really want to know how to make this recipe, so this is for them too. So your shopping list, get this ready before you start. Make sure you have all of the ingredients. So I've just got some chicken breast, about 1 kilo, so I've got four chicken breasts like so. So about 1 kilo of chicken breast will do for us and our guests. You also need quite a few herbs and spices. So I have some, you can get most of these from maybe your Asian supermarket. We have a fantastic Asian supermarket not too far away. All of the stuff pretty much you can get from there. So you'll be needing some Kashmiri chili, which is a lovely deep red hot chili. You need some lemon for some lemon juice, some Greek yogurt, some fresh ginger, fresh garlic, some butter. You need about 3 or 4 onions. I have some passata paste here. You can just use canned tomatoes if you like. Some raw cashews, some cream, some fresh coriander, and all of your other spices. So turmeric, garam masala, powdered cumin, coriander, some fenugreek leaves. They're called kasuri methi, but fenugreek leaves you can get from your Indian supermarket as well. Cinnamon stick, some about 3 or 4 cardamom pods, and some cloves. So it's a bit of a list, but if you buy those packets, that will last you many times to make this recipe. They last for ages. So get that shopping list done and ready to go. So there's a couple of marinating processes involved. So cut your chicken up into bite-sized pieces. My hands I've washed prior to cooking, so just into bite-sized pieces. And the first marinade is quite simple, and you really just pop it in the fridge for about 20 minutes or so. And that really is just lemon juice, which I have here. The juice of 1 lemon can go in. And this just starts that lovely marinating of the chicken, and it really tenderizes it. So you've got lemon juice there. You need about half a teaspoon of your Kashmiri chili. Now you can adjust this, of course. If you're cooking for kids, don't use chili. You can use paprika if you like, or just cut down the amount of chili you put in. But it's a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili, and then about the same amount of salt. So the salt also helps break down that chicken and really tenderize it, ready for the second marinade. So once you've done that, put those ingredients in together there, and put your chicken bite-sized pieces into marinade for about 20 minutes in the fridge, and I'll be back with you to prepare for the second marinade. Kia ora, welcome back. So my chicken has been marinating in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and that's just with the Kashmiri chili, the salt, and some lemon juice, just to get that first marinade underway and start that chicken tenderizing. So now we're on to the second marinade. Now I know this feels like a lot of faffing around, but it's so, I don't know, I love being able to present something to people at dinner time that I've made myself from scratch. And I know it's easy to go and just get the ingredients and make a quick and easy butter chicken out of a jar, but believe me, this is a really good way of doing it. It takes a bit of time, but the outcome is worth it if you've got that time. So the next part of the marinade is about a cup of Greek yogurt goes into my bowl here. A cup of Greek yogurt, and this is all just going to mix in with the first marinade ingredient. So there you go, in with my yogurt, lovely thick Greek yogurt. Now I have some fresh ginger, so I'm just going to grate that fresh ginger in with the yogurt, like so. It can all go in there. It's probably a good kind of that sized knob of ginger, so that can all go in. It's such a delicious smell and gives just such a really yummy flavour to the marinade. So once that's done, you can then put in your garlic. So as you know, I really love my garlic, so I have about 6 cloves of garlic, and you just put them in your garlic presser like that and make it nice and fine into your bowl, like so. So put all that lovely garlic in there, crush that all in. Beautiful, fresh, lovely garlic, nothing like it. Okay, there we go. Get that off there. Lovely. So now comes all of your spices that go in this second marinade. So you need some turmeric powder, about maybe a teaspoon of turmeric powder, because we have got a kilo of chicken breast, so that's quite a lot of chicken breast. So just adjust your spices according to how much you have there. So I've got about a teaspoon of turmeric, and then I need some garam masala. Now the garam masala has got a bit of a kick to it too. It's quite spicy, so probably about a teaspoon of that as well can go into that marinade. And you need some ground coriander powder. That's about the same, about a teaspoon goes in there. Lovely. And some cumin powder, which is here somewhere. Here it is. Cumin, a lovely spice. Again, that's about a teaspoonful of cumin powder. Teaspoonful of cumin. And then we come to our lovely fenugreek leaves. So put about 1.5 teaspoons of these fenugreek leaves in. Again, you can get all of this from your local Asian supermarket. Usually have all of these ingredients handy for you. So there we go, about a teaspoon of those. So let me just go over those ingredients again. So you've got your Greek yogurt, about a cup of Greek yogurt, some lovely grated fresh ginger. I had about 6 cloves of garlic that I just put through my garlic press, about a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of coriander powder, cumin powder, and about 1.5 teaspoons of fenugreek leaves. Now also put a little bit of oil in with this, so I'm just going to get my oil, and about a tablespoon, so just put that in there, and that just helps it all stick to the chicken in that second marinade. Fantastic. So there we have it, the second marinade all ready. Now that just goes in directly over the top of what the ingredients of the first marinade, so you don't have to rinse the chicken, you leave it all there. All of those flavours just work beautifully together. So there we go, a lovely thick beautiful second marinade. Now that's the marinade that stays on all day, so you have to take that into account, I guess. It's early in the morning here where I am, and we're having it for dinner. You can do this the night before and marinate it overnight. The longer the better, really. Get all that beautiful flavour in there. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to leave it now until later this afternoon, where we make all that beautiful gravy for the butter chicken, and we add all the rest of the ingredients, the lovely cashews and the cream and the tomato and some delicious cinnamon. So we'll be back to do that later. I'm putting this chicken in now to marinate for the rest of the day. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you again a bit later. Kia ora, welcome back to Cooking with Kath. As I said, we are making delicious butter chicken from scratch. Now my chicken is still marinating in the fridge, and it is the afternoon here in Hawke's Bay, Aotearoa, and in the meantime we've been to this amazing, and I have to show you these incredible dahlias. we've been to a local daily show, and aren't they just gorgeous? So yeah, I got some of these beautiful blooms to add to our butter chicken joy today. So as I said, it does take, it's a bit of a process making your butter chicken from scratch, but you know, just enjoy it, put some music on, chill out, just enjoy the process. So now I'm up to the next part of making the delicious gravy for the butter chicken. Now I have chopped up finely 2 onions, and I've just sauteed them very gently so they've just become slightly translucent. This just takes the sting out of the onions when we put them in the blender for the first part of the sauce. I've also put in about half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of raw cashew nuts, and I've just put boiling water just to cover them, just softens them up a little bit. So into my blender now, I'm just going to move my gorgeous bloom so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so into your blender go the cashew nuts that have been soaking in boiling water, and the water goes in too. Put your sauteed onions, so that's 2 onions, just sauteed until they are a little translucent, and a little bit of oil. As I said, it just takes that kind of kick out of the raw onions. That goes into your blender there, food processor. Set that aside. And then I have my passata. Now you can use passata, or you could use a couple of cans of tomatoes. Both are fine. So that goes into my food processor as well. So there we go, the 3 ingredients. So the cashew nuts that have been soaking in the boiling water, the 2 onions that I've sauteed, and the jar of passata. Right, that's going to blend up now into a lovely creamy mixture. So I'll just get that on there. Okay, here we go, a bit noisy. Alright, it's blending until it's a lovely smooth creamy mixture. Okay, fantastic. So now I'm just going to leave you for a moment, and we're going to set up over by the stove because we'll get the other lovely herbs and spices ready. Now Mandy, see you in a moment. Hi there. So now, as you can see, I've come over to the stove, and I've got my heavy pot here. I'm just going to pop some butter in. So this is I guess the butter part of the butter chicken. So a good kind of solid chunk of butter there, and then let sizzle away. So I've got my elements around about a 6 level there. So let that butter sizzle away, and then you're going to put some of your whole kind of spices in. So I'm going to use a bit of cinnamon. So I've got some lovely sticks here. So I'd put maybe a couple of sticks of cinnamon in, and some cardamom pods, probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 cardamom pods. 1, 2, there we go. I've got about 6 cardamom pods there, delicious flavours for the buttered chicken. And I'm going to put about the same of cloves. Now you can adjust this according to what you like. These are all of the lovely spices that make the buttered chicken that you buy when you go to the Indian restaurant taste amazing. So here you are doing it yourself. Now I've got my panny on because this could be a messy process. So let them sizzle away. So sizzle away in that butter, which is lovely. I mean, don't burn them. You can start smelling that lovely fragrance of those lovely spices there. Just sizzling away in the butter. I might turn that up slightly. Really, really yummy. So about a couple of minutes maybe, let them sizzle. And the more they're in there, the more the kind of smells, those delicious aromas that you can smell. So now I'm going to pop some garlic in. Now I've got about 6 cloves of garlic finely chopped. You can put them through your smasher if you like, but I finely chopped them. They can go in with your spices there. And I also have some grated fresh ginger. Lovely flavours in there too. So pop that in with your spices. Give that a good old stir. I also have some a couple of chilies. Now, if you like your, turn it down a little bit. If you like your curry really, really hot, leave the seeds in. I think with all of the Kashmiri chili and the other spices I've got on the garam masala, that's kind of hot enough for us. So I've taken the seeds out of 2 fresh chilies, and they can go in there too. Just let them all sizzle away there for a wee while, not long, just until they've kind of all blended together beautifully. Lovely, look at that, so delicious, sizzling in the butter. Okie dokie, so that's probably enough. Just let that sizzle away, maybe slightly longer. I'm just looking at it and adjusting my timing according to how that's looking. So okay, so now I'm going to just turn the heat off, and we're going to add some more of our lovely spices. So in goes a little bit more of our Kashmiri chili, and again, all according to taste, all according to what you like and the kind of heat that you like in your curry. But as I say, all of those add up. So if you put that Kashmiri chili in and your garam masala and your fresh chilies with seeds, that's going to be a pretty hot, spicy curry if that's the way you like it. But I'm just going to put maybe just half a teaspoon adding to that lovely mixture there, half a teaspoon of the chili, and then I'm going to put a wee bit of the garam masala, probably a teaspoon of garam masala here. Lovely. Now some cumin, fabulous cumin, beautiful flavour there, and I'm going to put about a kind of a maybe a level teaspoon of your cumin goes in there too, and the ground coriander, probably about a teaspoon of your ground coriander. There we go. Fantastic. All those beautiful Indian flavours. Okay, they go in there too. Look at that. So lovely, so colourful. The aromas coming out of there are just amazing. So now I'm going to pour in my tomato, onion and cashew mixture. That goes straight in there with all those delicious flavours. Look at that. Oh my gosh, beautiful. So you can see that lovely curry butter chicken gravy coming together now. So that just blends all together in your pot, and you're just going to leave that now to just simmer away for a little while, maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Just simmer away, and reduce it a little till it thickens even more. It's looking pretty amazing there. Alright, so that's the next part of our butter chicken curry done, and I'm just, as I said, going to let that all simmer away, and as that does so, all of those flavours are just going to blend and come together even more. So the next part of our process will be frying off the chicken a little bit. So we take the chicken from the marinade, and I'll show you that we fry them in batches, and then the chicken goes in, and then we bring it all together with some amazing cream and other loveliness. So I shall be back with you very soon. Ngā mihi. Kia ora, welcome back. So we're coming up to the final stages of our butter chicken. So I have some, my fry pan here sizzling away, and it has sort of equal parts of butter and oil. And my marinated chicken has been sitting at room temperature, ready to go in. So now I'm just going to pop in my chicken to fry in batches. So we want them just to kind of cook through a little bit. Certainly not fully cooked, because all of this delicious chicken then goes into our lovely gravy. So this will just sizzle away for a little while. Well, not long, just until it starts browning. So cooking away there. And because I've got a kilo of chicken in there, I'm going to do them probably in 2 or 3 batches. So that'll just fry away in the fry pan here. And I reckon it's on the highest heat, so I've got it on number 9, so that it gives it a good sear there. And I would suggest in about 3 batches. So I'll be back with you in a moment once all of that chicken is done. But as I say, you fry that chicken off a wee bit, do it in batches so that it doesn't kind of, we don't want it to kind of boil on the juices. We want it to sear at the highest heat. And a little bit of butter and oil. And once all of that is done, we then add that amazingly delicious marinated chicken into our gravy that's been simmering away for about half an hour now. So I shall be back with you very shortly for the final stages of our incredible butter chicken made from scratch. See you shortly. Kia ora, welcome back. So, okay, a little tip from Kath. So the frying off of the chicken, it didn't really work. So I would skip that bit, even though that was my suggestion. I would skip that bit. I reckon just pop the chicken straight into the gravy. That's what I ended up doing. If you want to, go ahead and fry your chicken. However, what I've done is just chucked it all in the end, because it was taking too long and it wasn't kind of frying like I wanted to, because the marinade was still on it and it seemed to be, I didn't want the chicken to get kind of tough, so I've put it straight in there. Right, we're up to the final stages. Hope you're doing okay with all of this, but I tell you what, the final product is incredible. So here we go. We're going to add a little bit of sugar. That just lifts the flavours at the end, gives it a lovely sweetness. So I'm putting in, about 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. A little bit more of the lovely fenugreek. That is also a delicious Indian flavour. So I'm going to put some of these fenugreek leaves in, probably about a tablespoon of the fenugreek leaves, and they look like that. They're just like lovely, cool little leaves, but they do give a really good flavour. So popping some of those fenugreek leaves in, and then, of course, cream. Now, you can turn all of this off before you put the cream in. Just so that it doesn't curdle. That's the tip for it not curdling. Now this is where you need to have a bit of a taste. So this is where you can add more salt. If you want more chili, put a bit more chili in. I'm just going to have a wee taste. Man, that is so delicious, and just the right level of spiciness for us here in our family. I think the salt level was just right as well, and at the very end here, when I take all of this off the heat and leave it just to sit for a moment, I'll add my final touches, and that is about 150 mils, 200 mils of cream, and then I'm going to plate up with a lovely fresh coriander on top. So we're nearly there, guys. Well done if you've done this right through. It's worth it. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the day after the big butter chicken preparation and cooking and sharing of food day. It went down really well. Everyone enjoyed the lovely flavours of the butter chicken, and you can accompany that with some white rice. You can do a fancy white rice with cardamom pods or whatever you might choose. Also some bread, some flat bread. I have also included that recipe on this channel. Very quick and easy, 3 ingredient flatbread that goes so well with the lovely butter chicken. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you choose, please subscribe to my channel, Cooking with Kath, for more lovely recipes to come. Have a fantastic day and be kind. Ngā mihi.